Now, does your backyard need an overhaul? It's easy enough to do when you get design tips from Arren Williams. Arren, you recently did a backyard makeover for our very own Amy Rosen. So before I ask Amy what it looked like before, like how long have you two known each other?
I'm going to say at least a decade.
Okay.
For sure.
Okay, so you guys go way back. So you know each other. So if you...
He wasn't gray. He wasn't all gray when I first met him.
That is so not true.
And neither was I. Neither was I.
If you hated it, you'd be honest with him. So I like to see that. But tell me what it looked like before he got his hands on your yard, Amy.
Okay, do you remember the show Sanford and Son?
Yes.
Basically, there was like a pallet in the middle of the yard and stools and hand-me-down chairs I found at the side of the road. And I thought it was cute, but then recently my friends have stopped coming because they were too uncomfortable after a while. So it was time for a change.
They were like, Amy's backyard
Definitely
is a junkyard. It's time for a change. So Arren, you come into the yard and you're like, oh my gosh, let me do this. Let me do this. What was your jumping off point for the project?
My jumping off point really was to kind of take Amy's style and distill it down into something fun. She's very fun, as you know.
Yeah.
She likes a lot of color. She wants that look, so we really wanted to pull together something that worked for her. But the big inspiration from a color perspective was actually Rosen's Bun sign, the big sign from Amy's Old Bakery, which is a big part of her backyard. So we really used that color. And then we went shopping for Amy's first ever time. We went to HomeSense.
I'd never been to HomeSense before.
So literally it was a one-stop shop. It was us in a borrowed minivan on a road trip to go and find all of this great stuff. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We went to areas of Toronto I didn't know existed.
I have so many
Apparently
questions.
that's where all the HomeSenses are.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so first of all, if I see that sign in your backyard and I come over, I need to eat a Rosen bun. Like, you understand there's an advertisement sitting right there. Yeah, you got to make the buns. Secondly,
you will be invited and you will have buns for sure.
Very good. Secondly, I want to say I think it's very interesting that that was your first trip to HomeSense, but really good. Like, Amy, you're good. You only buy things when you need to buy things. We could all learn a little thing or two from that.
I'm not a big shopper.
You're not a big shopper.
Sorry, I just want to say that all the stuff that I put out by the road yesterday was already gone, so it's being reused again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, my neighborhood's the same way. You put stuff out and someone will use it, and I think that's a lovely way for us, yeah, absolutely, to keep things in circulation. Let's talk about the layout of the yard, because that's a big deal. You divided the backyard into two main areas. So tell me about the seating area. I can see it over there. It looks gorgeous.
So the seating area, we really leaned into the whole kind of eclectic vibe and went for bright colors. I love bright colors in a garden because in bright sunlight, if you go for beiges and grays, it just falls flat. So this really has a lot of pizzazz, a lot of energy, and I love to mix all the colors up together too. So there's lots of colors in here. There's oranges, yellows, blues, and we've really mixed them, but they're not exactly the same. They just work well together. So you don't have to be that exact. You can really just lean into that whole eclectic vibe, which is what we really, really did here, and created a very comfortable seating area with a beautiful sofa that we found in a soft gray, but then really made it pop with the toss cushions and that great blanket as well, which again has all of our almost colors in it.
Can I say what I'm loving?
What?
The woven motif.
I love that too. There's lots of woven details throughout the space, in the furniture, and even in the accessories too, which is kind of a lovely design detail to kind of pull everything together as well.
You really drew from her personality, and I love that you did that. That's why it's kind of cool that you're friends, because you know her and you could get that done for her. So let's go over to the dining area, or let's talk about the dining area.
Let's do.
It looks incredible. Where did you get the beautiful dining table? So nice.
So the dining table, crazy story, was my old interior dining table, but it's actually made out of reclaimed scaffolding planks. And I thought, you know what? Let's give it a new life. I don't have it at home anymore, so let's use it here. I did a fast eddy paint job and painted it black, found a trestle base, but it's perfect for Amy because it really allows her to entertain more people. She obviously, as a great cook, she's also a great entertainer as well and throws fantastic parties. So now she gets to seat 8 people and not just 4 to 6, which is what it was before.
On hard metal stools.
On hard metal stools. So now we have these comfortable, these great multicolored chairs, and all the colors work well together here. The dining table itself is black, obviously, because it picks up on the black details we have. But the dinnerware is actually a mixture of real ceramic and melamine too, because I love the idea of really playing around with that. So you can really build your own special table. And it was lovely finding all these great pieces at HomeSense, and that minty green really works well with the turquoise color that we have, and I think it just looks fantastic.
And this we also took in the minivan, and it didn't fit. It was a problem.
It was like a Laurel and Hardy movie, honestly.
We made it work. I was so amazed by Arren, though. Who thinks to take this, paint it, and just find these bases and screw them on? Like, I can't do that.
Me neither.
No, that's why you do what you do, and I do what I do.
Yeah, that's why we have designers on the show. Let's talk a little bit about plants, because it's a backyard space. So I'm assuming that, Arren, you might have added some plants to the space?
Sure. So we added in some really fun, bright, hard to kill geraniums. Like, I know nothing about plants at all, but Amy had this great kind of setup on her wall. So every year she pops terracotta planters in there and geraniums to add a lot of color. They take no work, but they add that great pop of color for you that really, again, helps to play around with the look that we really went for in the space.
That's so cute. Okay, what about herbs? Is there an herb garden in the backyard as well, Arren?
No herbs. No, we just went with maybe we should
There
not.
will be, though.
Yeah.
I try each year. There's a lot of animals back here. Unfortunately, the cats also think the pea gravel is a kitty litter box, so, you know.
All right, Amy.
That's what I'm dealing with.
Obviously, it's gorgeous. I mean, the space is beautiful.
I love it so much.
The
I'm so
color is
happy.
incredible. What is your favorite part about it? We know you love it, but what do you love the most?
Oh my gosh. You know what? I've never had a comfortable place to read, and now I have a couch in my own backyard. So I think that's my new favorite. But also the fact that I already have 3 parties planned. This table that can seat my whole extended family.
Yeah.
People can move back and forth. I love it so much. I'm so happy.
I kind of feel like that's the whole point. Like, design and decor is beautiful, but if it doesn't inspire you to want to have people in your space, I mean, what's the point? Sure, maybe it's just for you to enjoy. That's okay. If that's your jam, okay. But I love it when you walk into a room and you're like, I cannot wait to have people over. If there's anything we've learned during this pandemic, it's like that connection is so needed, right? So now you've got a gorgeous space to do it in. I'm going to come over and eat some of your buns, and it's going to be amazing. Arren, amazing job, and you're a fabulous friend.
Thank you.
Arren will be invited too.
I hope so. Thanks, Amy and Arren.